What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have some Detroit Lions news with their upcoming free agents for 2021. Two players are going to be cut, and one player that we thought could be cut looks like he's going to be staying on the roster. So let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, you know, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome, everybody, to another video. Glad you guys are here. How y'all doing? Hey, we're continuing with free agency. It's exciting. Still, free agency hasn't even technically started yet. It's only the 16th. What? Hey, I'm just saying, man. Stuff is popping off already, though. You know, like it hasn't even technically started. It's still the tampering period. But look at this. It's going crazy right now. And today we have some more news. So the Lions have announced two cuts and one player. Well, they haven't announced this, but he makes it sound like he's going to stay on the team, and I kind of think he is. So let's talk about the two cuts first that the Detroit Lions made. All right, the first one is Chase Daniel. Chase Daniel has been released by the Detroit Lions. Now, this one's kind of unfortunate when I saw this. Not because it's unfortunate that he was released. It's unfortunate we were able to find a trade for Chase Daniel. There were rumors out there that the Lions, you know, were in talks with some other teams about potentially trading away Chase Daniel, but it never happened. For whatever reason, it never happened. I don't know what it was. I don't know if there was actually talks out there. If there was, you would think there would have been some offer. I mean, what do? Call him and not give him an offer? Like, hey, you know, we want Chase Daniel. Okay, what are you going to give? Nothing. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're not trading him then. Like, come on, man. Like, there's got to be something out there. Unless teams were trying to maybe put a player on us, which would have taken up more cap space, and the Lions said, no, we just want to pick, and the team wasn't willing to do that, then maybe that was the situation that was going down. But regardless, the Detroit Lions decided just to release Chase Daniel. Now, releasing Chase Daniel normally will save them $2.3 million is what I'm expecting. Post June 1st will save them $3.05. I don't expect that to happen, though. So probably $2.3 million saved here with Chase Daniel, which is not a ton. So I wish a trade would have been done because we would have saved more and potentially got something in return. But either way, you know, it's a little bit. So to me, this screams two things. Number one, welcome home, Tyrod Taylor. All right, I'm just saying, being straight up on it. Maybe we get someone that I wasn't expecting. I just feel like Tyrod Taylor is the front runner for backups when you talk about veteran backups. Or because his price could be pushed up unless he takes less to play with Anthony Lynn. Or the Lions could be looking at drafting someone or potentially signing a UDFA. Because without Chase Daniel, they only have two quarterbacks. They have David Blau and they have Jared Goff. So we'll see. I mean, hey, if they don't sign anybody, oh snap. The Lions are leaving the door open to bring a rookie. But I'm just saying, that's going to scare teams even more. You want to talk about selling it that you could take a quarterback at 7. Now don't sign a backup quarterback. Bro, teams are going to be like, wait a minute, you didn't restructure Goff. You don't have a backup quarterback. Head coach Dan Campbell to go see Trey Lance. He watched Trevor, like, wait a minute, they're taking a quarterback. Like, that could be the thought. So I'm just saying, the Lions are definitely leaving that door open, but we'll see. I have a feeling they're going to sign a backup. And the second player that was released is Danny Shelton, who's going to save them $4 million this season, which is pretty solid. There really isn't much of a dead cap there for Danny Shelton. I think a lot of us expected this one because there was that rumor out there probably a couple weeks ago that said that Danny Shelton was probably going to be cut by the Detroit Lions, and it didn't happen. We were kind of just waiting. We were like in this period of, okay, was it going to happen? We thought it was going to happen, and now here it is. Boom, Danny Shelton has been released. So Danny Shelton saves us a pretty good amount of money, and look, he's not very old. He's only got 1 year left on his deal, though. He's coming from New England Patriots. So the thought here is, okay, are the Lions changing the scheme? Is this why he's gone? Because he doesn't fit in a 4-3 scheme? Possible. You know, it's definitely possible. But then there's this other move, and I want to slide over there real quick, and we'll kind of go together with these. That is Nick Williams. Now, Nick Williams went on Twitter and said something like, let's see how the kneecaps taste. Nick Williams basically made it known, you know, pretty much by saying that, like, oh, it seems like Nick Williams is going to be here as a Detroit Lion. So they probably talked to him. Sounds like he's going to be here next season. And I'm going to be honest with you, all right? Coming into this offseason, definitely thought, no question, this guy was going to get cut. But after I did that defensive video where I talked about 1 gap, 2 gap, things like that, and how the defense could change, I had a weird feeling that Nick Williams actually might stay on the team just because of what he can bring for the Detroit Lions, depending on what gap they go to, what defense they go to next season. If they stay in a 3-4, 2-gap defense, you got to have those big body defensive linemen. Now, Danny Shelton, he could be cut because you have John Pennicini, and Pennicini started to take over as the season went on. But you really, I mean, Nick Williams is kind of like, he's that other big guy inside, right? He's really that other big guy. You know, obviously you have your Deshaun Hands and you have your Kevin Strongs and things like that. But Nick Williams, you know, he played last season. He played pretty well for the Lions last season. Definitely did live up to that 6-sack hype. But you know what? I got to even take the L for that one. Because I told you guys in my Romeo Cora video, you can't get caught up in sacks. And I got too caught up in the sacks. I did. I got way too caught up in the sacks with Nick Williams. And because, you know, that it is the end of the day, sacks fluctuate so easily. As long as you're getting to the quarterback right, you're impacting the play. Go by Pro Football Reference. So usually seems to undershoot a little bit with some of these numbers. In 2019, when he had a 6-sack season, the guy had 12 pressures and 3 quarterback hurries. Last season, he only had 1 sack, but he had 10 pressures and 7 hurries. So think about that, right? The pressures were still there, just wasn't getting the sacks. So sacks can easily fluctuate. We get that. But I've noticed, man, in the last 2 years, this guy's only missed 1 tackle. He's only missed 1 tackle. Now, his tackle stats did go down a little bit last season, but clearly this was a signing that Matt Patricia made because he fit the scheme, right? And if you look at Chicago, they ran a 3-4 before he got here. This was a scheme fit when the Lions signed him, but I do feel like there's a little bit of versatility within his game to play early downs and also play on passing downs as well. But he seems more of an early down player that can actually penetrate a little bit, get to the backfield a little bit, which is what you kind of need, because for Lions, next season, Julian, Trey, Romeo, these guys will be your late down players, but he could be more of an early down guy that can get after it a little bit, especially in 1 gap. In a 2 gap, he's big enough to clog the lanes, and which is what he was brought in for last season. So clearly he had to be able to do that for them to bring it in. So I think there's versatility within his game. Plus, my favorite part about Nick Williams, I think he has a great attitude about everything. I think he has a great uplifting attitude. He always seems to be having fun. I think he's just a player that you'd probably want to play around. Just from an outside view, it just seems like that. So I think the energy is definitely there, and that's probably a big reason that the Lions honestly may keep him, is because of his energy and just his personality. I think that's always a big part of it that can be very overlooked when you sign or when you cut somebody, is how they are personally. Not saying that the guys that we cut are bad. I'm just saying I think Nick Williams, personality-wise, checks a lot of the boxes for the Detroit Lions. When you think about the fact that we got Romeo back and Jay Sean Cornell hopefully comes back healthy next season, Austin Bryant, Julian, we got some solid depth. I ain't gonna lie, we got some Deshaun Hand. We got some depth here, Kevin Strong. Talked about it in that defensive video, right? Look at who the Lions signed. Look who they cut. Look who they keep. Nick Williams, if he keep him, he's coming from a defense that ran 3-4 with Vic Fangio, okay, in 2019 with Chicago. Our defense coordinator, Aaron Glenn, played with Vic Fangio, okay? And he's taken some from him, from Bill Parcells, these guys who run the same defenses, right? The same 3-4, 2-gap defense. So I'm just saying, we know the guy can already fit the scheme. We're 300 pounds, about 300 pounds, 6'4", who can play defensive tackle. He's kind of scheme versatile. If you play him in a 2-gap system, he can definitely clog the lane, which is perfect because you could have him, John Pennicini, play like your nose tackle, Trey Flowers out there, or a Deshaun Hand, something like that. Probably Trey Flowers. But then you could fill that 2-gap defense like you did last season. If you go to a 4-3 look, you could put those 2 guys on the inside. You could put Romeo and Trey on the outside, kind of like we saw some last season as well. If you go to 1-gap, I think you could also play that because he gets more penetration than I think necessarily as a run stopper. And in a 1-gap scheme, you're all about that gap in front of you. And I think they can win his one-on-ones with his ability to get back there. Honestly, I think John can do that as well. So I think this one isn't honestly super, I still kind of thought it was going to happen, but after the defensive video, I had this weird thought that, okay, this guy might stay. There's a chance this guy stays because I know he's getting paid a lot, and you could save $4.65 million to make the cut. That's a lot of money. He only has 1 year left on his deal. I was like, hey, this is probably someone the Lions cut. So at least it doesn't sound like he could still be. It doesn't sound like he will. That'd be kind of messed up if he might, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like he's going to be released by the Detroit Lions. So, all right, Nick Williams is here to stay. Now, there's a couple other things that need to happen. First off, Romeo Okwara's contract. I don't know the details on it yet. I've seen that. I think it's $25 million is going to be guaranteed, I think. 25 to 39 million is going to be guaranteed. But I don't know how they're setting it up. I don't know what he's going to get this season. So that's definitely going to impact the salary cap. So if you're wondering, hey, where are we at financially? I can't really answer that. I think we're somewhere around 15 million under the cap, but that's not including the Romeo Okwara extension. And since I don't know how much he's getting this year, I can't really tell you, where we're at financially. Since we don't know the details of Romeo Okwara's contract, it kind of stinks. But some people still think that maybe he got overpaid. Pass rushers got paid this offseason so far. Barrett secured a huge deal, was it 4 years, $72 million. Trey Hendrickson, who was rejected by PFF, 4 years, $40. He got 4 years, $60 million. 4 years, $60 million. When you divide that, it's 15 a year, so that's still more than Romeo. So, man, pass rushers are getting paid. That's just what it is, man. You got to be a pass rusher. Look, work on your swim move, kids. Look, see what I'm doing? I'm not sure what this is. Swim. Go to the beach. Go to the beach, and you'll be a pass rusher tomorrow. I'm telling you. What? Look, no one can stop me. What? Spin move. I'm telling you, guys add that to your arsenal, it's over. Give him the pop, bull rush, spin move. $15 million a year right there. Oh, this is a contract? Okay. Oh, you're saying like 14? I don't want it.
Let's go, guys.
Oh, no, actually, I do want it. No, don't leave, please. I actually do want it. Hold on. I will when we get that contract done. I'll at least give you a rough estimate, be able to go through it and try to figure that out. But right now, I really can't. But a couple of things that are going to happen soon. Matt Prater. Matt Prater is someone that's still probably on, out there for the Detroit Lions that they could target because Matt Prater is getting some interest from the Cardinals I've seen. And the Lions right now, they have Matthew Wright on the futures contract from Pittsburgh, but he hasn't played a ton. So unless the Lions are trying to go with him next season, They may have to, try to get Matt Prater back here. We'll see, though. Maybe they go with someone else. But either way, kicker position is something to look out for. Don Muhlbach. I feel like this one's going to happen, right? Our head coach played with this guy. Like, that's kind of crazy. He said he was surprised to see Don still here. As long as Don wants to keep playing football, I would definitely re-sign him. So look out for Don Muhlbach, the long snapper, to get his contract. That way we can fill out that position of need for the Detroit Lions. But yes, that is your news for today. So Danny Shelton, gone. Chase Daniel, gone. Nick Williams, sounds like he's here to stay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Who do you think will be next? Also, Nick Bawden. Nick Bawden is one of those guys that could be cut next. I'm going with Nick Bawden. We have Jason Kabinda. I have a feeling Nick Bawden's going to be cut next, but we'll see. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.